Hey guys, welcome back to the Conservative Patriot. My name's Keith. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I had a good weekend in New York City doing marathon stuff with my wife, and then she ran the New York City Marathon on Sunday for the second time, and I thought she did awesome. She didn't meet the time that she wanted to get, or that she had trained for, but as everything athletic, shit happens. You know, it kind of goes your way, doesn't go your way, doesn't always go as planned, but she did awesome. Ran the marathon in 3 hours and 22 minutes. Her goal was 3 hours and 15 minutes because in the spring she ran the Boston Marathon and ran it in 3 hours and 17 minutes. But courses are different, temperatures are different, you know, everything's different. Nothing in the marathon is ever the same. So as you can tell, I'm wearing a sweater. It's actually 26 degrees this morning, which is bullshit in my opinion. It's November, what, 4th? Man, November 4th in Connecticut, and I'm already wearing a sweater. But again, weather in New England is also very schizophrenic. Depends on, you never know what's going to happen. And we're predicted to have snow on Friday, and then a couple days next week too. So, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. I just got to get my leaves all raked up. But hey, I have two things I wanted to mention, and not getting a lot of airplay. They both happened last week, and I think the reason they're not getting a lot of airplay is because, you know, they show, one of the stories shows the Democrats in a bad light, again, and the other one shows a gun owner in a very good light, which doesn't fit the narrative, as we all know. The first story is about this gentleman in Maryland and his son. The guy owns a woodworking business, and he wanted to give back to the first responders. So he made, I guess he custom makes wood flags. You've seen those flags where they have different designs on them. They're all wood burnt. They're really nice. I actually bought one for my brother last year for Christmas. And so this flag had the thin blue line on it for the police, and he made one with the thin red line, with a red line on it for the fire department. Really great things to do, and he's teaching his son about appreciating first responders and what they do, and this is a way to say thank you to them based on his skill set. So he made these two flags. Well, the flag that was presented to the Montgomery County Police Department, or in Montgomery County Police, I think it was the Germantown Police Department, which is, I think Germantown is just south of Baltimore, if I'm correct. I don't remember. I know I've passed through it on my way to DC, but so I thought that was a great thing. And then all of a sudden, you know, I don't have Twitter, but you see all these tweets get fired up about how it's a racist flag, and somebody was carrying it in Virginia when they were knocking down statues, and those people were white supremacists. I'm like, really, guys? This symbol means nothing but appreciation to the fallen police officers around, you know, the United States and the world for that matter. And this guy's just showing his appreciation to the police for what they do, because they don't get a lot of thanks. They get shit on a lot. So this is a way for him to say thank you. And these tweets were just vicious, you know, racist, and this is why one of the tweets, someone said, this is why I'm afraid to call the police department, because, you know, this shows that they're all just white supremacists. I'm like, what is that? And, you know, then someone's like, oh, well, this is just in response to the Black Lives Matter flags. They made a Blue Lives Matter, and I'm like, well, yeah, blue lives do matter, and all lives matter. So really, the racist, you know, part of this, in my opinion, is Black Lives Matter. If you want to just show that one race is more important than another, then you're the racist. So, excuse me for a second. Nice hot coffee. So yeah, so that happened, and that happened last week, but it finally got airplay on Friday. The I think it was Montgomery County executive, which I'm guessing is like kind of like a mayor position or a selectman position, some kind of role like that, where he said that this flag is not welcome in the 5th district, which I guess is where he's the mayor, selectman, or whatever, the executive in charge of. Because he's like, even though some people like it, more people find it divisive. Are you serious? I don't think more people find it divisive. I think the people that are the loudest are the minority in this situation, and that's always the case. Whoever is the loudest and whoever yells the most gets the most airplay, even though they are in the minority thought on what this flag represents. To me, this is yet again the Democrats going way overboard, taking something completely out of context that shows genuine support from a father and his son to the police department and the fire department. All the first responders. I don't know if this was rectified yet. I mean, this decision, I guess, by this executive happened on Friday. So hopefully today or this week, he'll see the light and realize that there's going to be a storm of opposite views coming his direction. He probably won't. These Democrats are just, they don't care. They don't like anything positive for our country. If it's something positive, nope, we are totally against it because we don't want to show support for anybody. How, and this also, just popped into my head, how, as a first responder, police, fire, EMS, how can you, in your right mind, vote for a Democrat? They have been so anti-first responder, it's unbelievable. So remember, I know there's local elections happening tomorrow. I know in my town we have local elections. I live in such a small town. There's no police, and there's everything. It's volunteer fire department. The police are a half an hour away, so we have like a state police resident trooper kind of a deal. So we don't have to vote on that, but we do have a local election tomorrow. So I'm sure that there are other local elections tomorrow around the country. And I'm sure a lot of them have to deal with, selectmen or executive positions, mayor positions. If they're Democrats, vote them the hell out. Just get them out of there because they don't support you. They don't support first responders, so just get them out. Second thing I want to talk about, and I don't know if anybody saw this, but there's it happened in Florida I think it was last Monday. Didn't get a lot of airplay. I saw it today. And the only reason I saw it today is because it happened to be on Fox News. And what happened is there was a home invasion in Florida. I'm not sure what town or city it was in, but I'm guessing it was a rural part of Florida. Two guys decided they were going to break into a home, and the father and husband went to the back door when these guys were trying to break in. They broke in. This guy didn't have a weapon on him yet. And what happened was, I think one or both of the intruders, stuck a gun in this guy's face, grabbed his 11-year-old daughter, and then they proceeded to pistol whip this guy, broke his eye socket, his sinus cavity, just knocked him right to the ground, started kicking him. And while this was happening, his wife ran to the bedroom. Mind you, she's 8 months pregnant. So she ran to the bedroom, grabbed their legally owned and registered AR-15, and shot one of the guys. That guy ran out of the house, and from what all accounts say, he got about 200 feet away, and then just, he finally died of his wound in a ditch by the road. Good. Don't break in anybody's house. And this, yet again, shows the power of having the ability of our Second Amendment and the right to protect ourselves, regardless of whether it's home invasion, a threat from our government, coming in to take our guns. But this shows, again, a good person with a gun taking out a bad person with a gun. It works. I don't understand why these Democrats don't see that the Second Amendment is beneficial to our Constitution. And it was designed primarily to help preserve the First Amendment. So, without the Second Amendment, you're not going to have the First Amendment. And vice versa. So, I thought that was a great story. But it doesn't get a lot of airplay because it doesn't fit the narrative of we want your guns. And I'm so glad that over the weekend, I think it might have been again on Friday, that, gun grabber Beto O'Rourke is out of the race finally. I saw a meme, it was pretty funny. It said that he was the best AR-15 salesman in the United States because, he's basically showing, how great these weapons are for self-defense. He's promoting them all over the place. Inadvertently, by trying to say these are bad, but he's showing how great a weapon it actually is for home defense, hunting, and those kind of scenarios. Again, this story in Florida is a great way to show how we law-abiding Americans protect ourselves and should be able to protect ourselves. Because can you imagine if they didn't have some kind of firearm in that house? I can't even fathom what these guys would have done. They probably would have taken that poor 11-year-old girl, kidnapped her, raped her, killed her, and then probably have done the same thing to his wife. And probably would have killed him as well. So I am so glad that they were able to defend themselves. I'm so glad that they're all safe. And, an 8-month pregnant woman, she shouldn't have to do that, but I'm glad she was able to do that. Again, don't come into our homes and try to take our guns, because it's not going to work. Not going to happen. For these two jackasses, one of them paid the ultimate price, and the other guy, I don't know if they found him or not, but he was still on the run as of this morning, so I don't know. Hopefully they find him and put him in jail for a very, very, very long time. So that's what I wanted to put out this morning real quick. Again, hope you guys had a great weekend, and I will, put another video out this week. I forgot last week to put out my my video honoring our Medal of Honor recipients. We lost power, and then the marathon came up, and it was just a crazy week. So I plan on putting another one of those out on Wednesday. And again, thanks for subscribing. If you aren't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you are, please check and make sure that you're still subscribed. Give me a big thumbs up and hit that bell icon so you do get notified when I put another video out. And always remember to stay on the right side. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you soon.